just a minute. Good morning, everyone. It's one heck of a nice morning here north of Lloydminster. We'd like to welcome you all to our 53rd annual Hill 70 Quantock barn burning bull sale. Ours is a family operation, and on behalf of every family involved, we'd like you to welcome you to watch our video, take some time. It'll take about half an hour to sit down in front of your computer or your phone. And after you're done watching it, phone us if you got any questions. It's basically going to be like you're walking through the bullpens. We'll discuss the bulls, we'll discuss our programs. And the best thing, if you don't have any questions, is just be with us on February the 4th.
You know what, it's been a really interesting year. We had the opportunity here this summer to put up a pile of feed. We got a lot of rain through May and June. Got a chance to put all our crop in as far as some corn grazing and silage corn. And after that, it was kind of a hot summer, and we had kind of laid the bed for putting up a pile of feed here in the fall and then getting a lot of feed in the yard. And it's definitely paid dividends when we've got cattle in at home and start running the wagon and everything like that. I think Con and Dad would attest to it, and I know I am. I think the bulls look as good as ever this year. We're super excited to have everybody out. It'll be Saturday, February 4th here at the ranch. Sale starts at 12 noon, so don't be afraid to give any one of us a call. We look forward to having everybody out, and I guess we're crazy enough to do another year, so let's get at her.
We got the count in, so we're live here. It's official.
We'll get it right this time.
Anyways, we're into these Hereford bulls here. We're gonna run them in and have a look. Again, we're really excited about this group. There's a few more polled bulls in the offering than we've typically had. 15 bulls, and then the balance will be horn bulls, but you know, bulls that all kind of fit the type and kind that you're used to here. Stout made, rugged kind of bulls that lots of pigment, moderate size, lots of dimension, middle and shape. Bulls that we think are really kind of right and complement a lot of kind of cows really well. That are an option for a lot of people that have never considered a Hereford before, to do a lot of good things for you and you know, make big stout baldies and good females. And
your neighbor won't laugh at you for using one of these ones. So.
Yeah, the Hereford breed, they've took some ribbon over the years, but you look at these bulls, these are, again, bulls, like I said, that are kind of right for the times. There's, you know, lots of shape, lots of middle here, low set, moderate, stout made kind of bulls that got lots of pigment, and that's a comment that we hear all the time, that, you know, people that are considering a Hereford that have maybe never got into one before, the feather neck thing scares them, and you look at these bulls as they go by you. Very few of them have a feather neck, and if they do have a feather, they're pretty conservative, yeah, pretty light. So, you know, that's something that'll put you at ease, anyways. That these bulls are going to leave short marked calves that do a lot of things right, and they're going to put a bald face on them, which.
Go to any bred heifer sale, and we've said it in other videos from other years that you smoke on them when you got a bunch of white-faced ones. So.
That's right, and I mean the baldy cow's the envy of the whole thing. You know, the Hereford breed exists to make a baldy female, and steer calves are no slouch either. That, you know, the good ones are still worth a good premium and work really well for people. So.
We have a customer in the States that just shipped a bunch of steers, 133 head. 66% of them were Hereford sired, and 92% of those cattle
went the upper 2/3 of choice.
Went in the upper 2/3 of choice on the U.S. grading system. And for Hereford sired cattle, that is awesome. So lots of other advantages that you're not seeing in these bulls. That's there. The carcass merit is all there. We don't get really paid for it that well in this country, but it's there, and it's good to know.
Mm-hmm. And so it's just one of the things that Herefords do well, and you know, I guess one of the other things too, we talked about it in our flyer and stuff. I mean, the value in a quiet cow and in a quiet cow herd that's just a joy to work with. That's these guys to a T. It's big happy lads here running around on this cold day. They're just genuinely a joy to work with. Not that the other cattle aren't, but I'd say Herefords come.
You got to move at a slower pace when you go work Hereford cows.
Well, you don't have to work at a slower pace, but you just got to be ready to work them nice and slow because they're not moving any faster than what they have to.
Yeah.
But which is good.
Yeah, I don't go over the fence quite as fast as I used to. So, and Connor talked about pigment. You just watch these bulls go by, red eyes, red necks. It's taken a lot of effort to get to that point and get them
consistent.
My dad started these in 1952 with a loan of 10 cows. So,
so talking about pigment then?
No, they weren't talking about pigment. They were just talking about staying alive, making enough money to put food on the table. So, Herefords were the up-and-coming breed then, and they've lasted a long time. And good ones are still got a lot of merit. And anybody that's used our Hereford bulls comes back for a second shot at them. Mm-hmm. They never use them once and go away.
That's
and
right.
We're getting more and more and more people.
Yeah, the phone calls coming in about Hereford bulls are as good as anything.
We're shooting this video here in early January. It's the 3rd today, so between sale time and today, every day is open house. Stop in. We've always got a coffee pot on and a fridge full of whatever refreshment you like. Bulls are all here to have a look at and are easy to find. So, with that coming up to sale weekend on Friday, please help yourself. Come on out. We'll have meals for everybody, and all the pens will be lit on Friday night. Saturday morning, the bulls will all be penned again and ready for you to view. Sale gets going at noon on Saturday, and it's a big sale. We move along pretty quick. We average about 45 seconds a bull. So we'll be through the bulls by about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And following the sale, we do have kind of a hospitality event up in the sale barn, and there'll be a shuttle service back and forth between the hotel. So come on out, enjoy yourselves, and we'd love a chance to sit down and catch up with everybody.
100 of these 2-year-old Red Angus bulls. I don't think you find 100 2-year-old Red Angus bulls in the sale anywhere else. So the selection is awesome, and these bulls are pretty much peas in a pod lookalikes. We had a customer tell me at a Red Angus event this fall, it's tough coming to your sale, he said, because I have trouble sorting one bull from the other. They all look the same. So you'll have to study the data in the catalog, but lots of bulls in here that suit your heifers, lower 80s and 70 pounders. And then there's some other bulls in there that will get up in the high 80s and low 90s that you can use on cows and get lots of oomph out of them, lots of performance.
Yeah, there's some of these sire groups using Palas. This will be the last set of sons. This 168 here is one of them, but you want bulls that'll compete with anybody, continental-wise, as far as pounds and just jam to them. Those bulls got some charge for sure. And then, like Dad said, lots of bulls that are suitable for heifers here. And the consistency in them, when you see them go by, there's lots of 3/4 brothers and even some 7/8 brothers in the pen.
Well, that's what we're trying to do too, is the biggest thing. It's just big sire groups, so we know what we're getting into. We wouldn't be just breeding 1 or 2 cows this way and 3 or 4 cows another way. It's big sire groups, so you get the level of consistency that we're looking for and that our customers have come to know from coming to our sale year after year. So
yeah, you want to come here and look through 100 Red Angus bulls. You're going to find bulls all the way down the line that really work well and look good. I guess when we go to a bull sale, that's what we're looking for, and we appreciate that you got options. You're not going to be fighting over the same 5 bulls with everybody else there. Watch these bulls walk by. I don't think there's a single one repeated number-wise, and there's lots of bulls here that are awfully impressive. This is another Impala son here. And this bull here, this 338, this is out of a young 285X cow. And this is a new sire group, this cinch 4126. They look good, you'll find them. I believe
those
he's got
are
7 or 8
Heifer will approve those ones. So.
Yeah, lots of 70s, even some 60 pounders. 809s again. Here's another cinch here, this 373. But just, there's good bulls everywhere. You walk through the pens in the morning here when we're getting them all up and making sure everybody's cool for the day. And there's bulls at every corner, and every turn that you make that you like and you find. And
but this week they'll probably find you at the water bowl. It was probably frozen. So
we usually get a crowd.
We don't trim feet. We say that how many times, but there's not a bull here has feet trimmed, and they'll come to you without their feet trimmed if they need them trimmed.
They probably don't have a home at your place. So.
Yeah, they can probably live at Brooks.
Yeah. So
or High River.
yeah.
But no, just good, honest bulls, and honest, you know, in their development. We're not pushing on these bulls to be 1,600-pound yearlings. We want them to last for you, and you know, as much as we look after everybody and stand behind these bulls, I don't like when bulls break down, and I know you guys feel the same. We
It's
just
not
want
a
to-
very fun phone call to deal with, so not
We
that
just
we've had
want-
any, but
That's right. So
Yeah,
we got-
2 years is not enough out of a bull when you're paying some money for them.
That's right.
Your cost of your service is way too high.
So with these bulls, I mean, you can reasonably expect, you know, they're definitely more than 2 years, but they creep up there. You're not going to see these bulls break down, and certainly not going to weed them out on foot issues.
In the first couple of years like that, you're going to get 4-6 years use
That's
out,
right, yeah.
out of these bulls.
I was talking to an old roommate of mine from college who's bought a few Red Angus bulls, and I asked him this year, and I said, are you going to be needing any Red Angus bulls? He says, no, the ones I bought 3 years ago are all still kicking, so
So they're all 5 and 6 now, yeah. So
bad for a salesman, good for a customer. So.
that's right, yeah. So, and that's, you know, part and parcel. I mean, number one, we're hard on them. We get rid of anything that gives us, you know, any trouble, cows or bulls or whatever. But in their development too, these bulls, I mean, they're never pushed, and always had a balanced ration, and you know, we're never targeting more than 3 pounds a day on these bulls, and we do, you know, ask them to do 3 pounds a day here at sale time. And I think it's important to know that these bulls, you know, will belly up and will gain. There's nothing worse than cattle that are weak hearted and just have no will to get after it, so you won't find that in these guys for sure. We'll say bye to these red bulls, bring the next group in.
Hi everybody, I'd like to talk about our bull delivery options. We deliver anywhere in Canada and the US. We cost share it at a point when we go to Eastern Canada at the Winnipeg mark. Most of our routes will start going in April. We do have a few early ones going in February if you need your bull then. We do our best to get to a central point as close to your ranch as what we can. And if you end up picking up your bull the week after the sale, we can give you $50 off your purchase price.
Here come this pen of Black Angus 2-year-old bulls. Probably a bigger pen than what we've had the past couple of years. There'll be 75 bulls on offer. A few different sire groups to talk about, but just as far as what we were saying about the Hereford and the Red Angus bulls previously, just the level of consistency that we've tried to breed into them. Conservatively framed bulls have got some muscle, got some jam to them. And then, you know what, cattle got to be fun to look at, because that's kind of number one about having cows. You got to enjoy looking at them.
Function first, but they definitely fit the bill. I mean, they're easy to look at, and they're proud, and they're, you know, everything that you want out of them.
Yeah.
They're good. So
One new sire group in here is Coleman Presidents, bull that we bought and used naturally, and you'll find his sons. They
If you got a second, you should go read Connor's write-up in the book about him. That's about as good as anything way to describe him. So what did it say?
and his sons, they look the same. We called him an 81 Lincoln Continental. Here's one here, long and cool, low set. You know,
Yeah.
travels well.
Round, sound, and low to the ground.
Here's another one, as proud as you can make them, and yeah, they're a joy. They're good cattle, excellent footed, stout made. Just we can't say enough good about them. We're breeding more and more cows to them. This will be 2 seasons now, 3 seasons, I guess, that we've used them, and I believe he's got 40 plus on the way here for this spring. So we'll just let these bulls go by. I mean, you look at them over their tops, and the consistency just across the whole pen is pretty impressive, I think.
Here's another new sire group, some of these Schiefelbein attractives. As far as just some pay weight, and definitely at weaning, they push the scale down a little harder than a lot of the bulls in the sales. So it'll be a nice addition to the sale here this year. So
Got another group of these rain dances here, and people that have been coming to the sale. You'll appreciate those red tag sons, and these resource sons is $23.98. They're as good as ever. You know, and there's bulls again through this whole thing that you can find. Just bull after bulls walking across the video here. That
2406 is
he's a Charolais, yeah.
Direct Charolais son.
Yep. Found a few straws in the tank.
And there's lots of bulls here by 2 rain dance sons.
Here's one of them.
2-year-old heifers.
Resource sons, yeah.
yep.
1290.
Oh, you're on the
Yes.
2-year-olds, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're all out of 2-year-old heifers.
Yep.
Calved them at Paint and Sherry and I did, and In the last 2 years, we have helped one heifer out of 75 replacement heifers over there. So Cavanese doesn't get much better than that.
You said she probably could have done it. You just had to get to the house because Mom had dinner ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't want to miss that. Dinner bell was
Yeah, ringing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, good cattle again. We keep talking about it, harping on it, but wide based and stout made and just.
He'll be a pen favorite here. This is an awful proud one here. Another rain down son.
25, 24. I forget how his mom's bred, but yeah, you'll find him. He's pretty fun. So.
And this cow, Mother 2533's had some good ones before. If you go back in old sale catalogs, this is out of a 2-year-old here, isn't it? 15, 15.
No, that's President's son.
3-year-old. Okay.
Yeah, here we're getting into another resource son. This 1568. That cow's had a herd bull for us, and
Here's one out of your either the 1290 or 1356 bull out of a first cavern, and just balances up perfect, offs them on their feet and legs, and just as
they don't
shouldered.
look like they're out of first calf heifers.
Yeah.
They do everything right and keep growing. So
A really good set of black bulls. One thing we don't have this year is yearlings. We just have these 2-year-old bulls, but lots of them, and a tremendous selection of bulls from one end to the other.
Like Ted talked about with free delivery, there's no need to bring a trailer, so bring your truck, bring your neighbor, and if they haven't bought in 21 or 22, you'll qualify for our Good Neighbor program, which is $200 back on each of your purchase price.
these big white guys now are in the video pen here. Kind of in their element with all the snow on their backs, but
Yeah, 55 of these big, stout Charolais 2-year-olds.
hairy bulls.
Yeah, they got enough hair to keep the snow on their back today, as you see in these videos. And this is a really good set of Charolais 2-year-olds.
Sounds trite, you know, when people say that this is the best set they've ever had or whatever. And this is just a very good set of bulls, and I would argue with you guys, whatever, if you don't agree with me, this is probably the strongest set of 2-year-olds we've had,
Yeah.
and the biggest offering of them.
Yeah, from one end to the other, there's not a lot of difference top to bottom.
A lot of quality and just big, stout, powerful bulls. You're looking to make buckskin calves, smoky calves, you name it. These guys will give you pounds, and lots of selection here too. Trying to track down this many 2-year-olds, and then obviously we'll have the yearlings coming in after them. Is not an easy thing to do, and bulls that are specifically made for the 2-year-old bull trade. You know, we're not.
Yeah, they're not picked over.
Nope. These bulls are. Well, there's a plan and there's a strategy here. It's not just see what happens and
Yeah.
charge
Sell
ahead.
some of them out of there. We keep these bulls for 2-year-olds. We sell our yearlings as yearlings, and that seems to be the best way to do it. They're not picked over, they're held over, and they're sound. They've never been pushed. Their feet have never been trimmed, and they can get out and move.
Same thing as the other bulls. You know, they're on grass all summer here. We background them, shoot for 2.5 pounds in the wintertime. Get them out to grass, let them grow out, and wrestle and fight and do whatever they're gonna do. And the time they come in, these big rangy buggers, they're ready just like a Charolais should be. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's a challenge to keep this many yearling bulls in on grass. Ted kind of looks after a lot of electric fence.
Not much electric fence with these guys. We picked up some new grass from a friend of Con and I's here this past year to graze, or past couple of years now, and
They're in game fence. It's a real treat.
she's
So,
pretty safe.
Yeah, yeah. So
About 40 miles away from the yard, 30 miles away from the yard, so nothing bad can go too wrong or whatever. But
yeah, but again, anyways, I mean, I think it's good for these bulls. I know it's good for these bulls when they're out on grass and they get lots of exercise, and they don't see pellets until end of September, early October, when the grass starts to dry up, and they just need a little bit of supplement to get them going, get them on Rumensin, get them on a mineral package. And aside from that, though, these bulls are just traveling, walking lots of miles, dreaming about what they'll be doing next summer. So.
yeah, a few good red bulls in here. Not as many maybe as we've had in the past, but 2 real standout kind of red factor bulls for those of you looking for red factors.
Yep.
One thing I will say, we take a few of these bulls every year and use them on our cows. Angus base cows in a community pasture, and then we calve them right with our black cows at Painton, and there's no difference. They just calve and they get up, and they're good buckskin or silver calves out of those cows. And
if you're looking for the quickest way to inject cash into a deal, and you know, if you're worried about calving on range or on grass or
they
whatever,
do it.
It's a non-event. They just carry on.
And if you don't believe the three of us, you can ask Sherry. She'll tell you.
Yeah, she would tell you. So the little red Kawasaki, you'd be putting some miles on if there was trouble. So.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, but just as Dad was talking, or Con, before, just as far as looking to inject a bit of cash into your program, go look at any DLMS sale reports or anything. If we're sitting at an auction market, hands down, it seems like in the area at least that buckskin, white calves, they are number one. That's what everybody wants. So
buckskin, smokies, yeah, you name it. But tan calves, and a good opportunity. I mean, you know, take a chunk of your cows, breed them this way. Lots of bulls to come pick from here. You know, one of these big buggers will service 30 cows anyways.
Yeah.
You know, take home 1, 2, 3 of them, you name it.
As much selection of Charolais bulls here as you're going to find at any sale.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, to find this many 2-year-old bulls, there's not that many 2-year-old Charolais sales.
Our Sight Unseen program is pretty darn simple. We've done it for a long time. It's 100% guaranteed. It won't disappoint you if you choose to go this way. We annually sell 40% of our bulls sight unseen. Our sale's a little different than some. We're not on the internet. We choose to do it this way. That way we can discuss the bulls with you prior to the sale rather than you just going on the internet and bidding on a bull. We feel it works much better. You're informed of the bulls and what you're looking for and what each bull may offer to you. It's 100% satisfaction on arrival at your gate. And you know what, if you turn to page 5 of the catalog, it goes through most of the ins and outs of how our program works. It won't disappoint you. Give it a try.
here come these Charolais yearling bulls. If you want to talk about just some sheer muscle, pay weight, dimension, these ones certainly fit the bill. You know what, just a pretty solid set of bulls, top to bottom. Kind of tough to pick a hole in them, like Dad and Con have been saying, and all three of us, I guess. Just the level of consistency that we've tried to find, just as far as trying to find the kind that work for everybody. So they certainly kind of do what we're looking for, and we've heard excellent feedback from all of our customers, just as far as what some of these Charolais yearling bulls have done for them.
That's not a new deal. I mean, how long? These bulls have been around for 35 years now.
Yeah.
Selling Charolais yearlings, so dance with the one that brought you, I guess. You know, they've been here as long as anything.
Most of these bulls are polled. Just about, probably 98% of them are polled.
Yep, you bet.
And you know, 1 and 2 generations polled, so you're not going to get hardly any horns out of. You know, if you're using them on horned cows, if you're using them on Angus-based cows, you're going to get zero.
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. One less process to go through.
That's right. So, you know, and these guys too, I mean, typically a little bit more buying power in the yearling bulls. Good chance here to come in. And again, these bulls are a little bit older. They're February and March born. So, time they get to breeding season, and especially if anybody's calving later or calving on grass where they're worried about it. I mean, these bulls are going to be 15 months, 16 months come breeding season, so they're going to be plenty big enough and plenty framey enough to cover lots of cows.
And you buy them a little cheaper usually than the 2-year-olds.
That's right.
That's just the nature of the industry. Yearlings usually don't cost quite as much money, so there's some real value here.
Yeah, and again, they're older bulls, so when you come in on them, you know, they're still got to be managed as yearling bulls, but you know, they're one step closer to just being turnkey. Here you go, run with the big boys. So
well, let's talk about running with the big boys. There's some of the biggest ranches in BC are buying bulls for some of these Charolais yearlings, and then there's also the neighbors next door that are only got 40 cows and they're using a Charolais yearling bull from us. So no, they kind of work in all scenarios. So
that's right, selling one at a time. They've made lots of friends everywhere. So. they work, I know. And going back to talking about development on these bulls and making sure that they're fresh and sound and, you know, built for the long haul. Got feedback from one fella that's bought them for a number of years now, but they turned them out on range. Every single one of them come back in after breeding cows as a yearling, which says something definitely about
Longevity.
longevity. And
When you're paying money for a bull, you want it to last more than a couple years.
a bigger offering here than what we've had some other years on these Red Angus Simmental bulls, and this is a group that we're really excited about. Truthfully, we've been breeding a lot of cows this way. We need to find a different church or something because we cannot get a bull calf. We come out of the deal with 75% heifer calves, so you know, it's exciting. Here we go. We've got almost 30 of these guys this year, so there's going to be some more offering. Again, they've made lots of friends over the last number of years, and the feedback has been really, really good on them. And it's not something new. I mean, this has been an ongoing deal now for almost a decade of selling these red 2-year-old hybrid bulls. But yeah, it's exciting to see, you know, the numbers kind of grow and the demand is
We got a straight
definitely
gold
been
one
there.
of these years.
Well, you'd think 50-50, but anyways, so here we are, 30 of them, and you be the judge. You look at them here as they're going by you. Big, stout, soggy type bulls, and these bulls are perfect if you're thinking about incorporating a bit of Simmental in your cows, but you still want to, you know, maintain all the Angus convenience. Here they are. They'll give you a quarter blood Simmental and give you all that convenience, plus the added pay weight and the extra charge that these Simmental bulls that you're used to.
And no birth weight
No,
issues
no. I mean, they're
in these guys.
again, we're cabinet
The
homemade.
feedback that we get from these bulls, there's no issues calving them.
Yep.
When you're calving them, they won't calve birth weight wise very much different than Angus. And you know, come July sometime, you'll start to see them separate a little bit from your Angus calves, hair wise and width and
Yep.
just poundage and performance.
Yep. I mean, that's heterosis, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what you would expect.
That's right. And the nice thing on these guys, you know, we were talking about it in the Charolais bulls that, you know, making buckskins. These guys give you a lot of options. You want to breed your cows this way. The red exotic calves that you're going to get, steer calves are going to weigh up, and it gives you, you know, you look
As far
at
as the
show
bred
lists.
heifer market.
That's right, and you look at show lists, you know, right beside the tans and the buckskins or red exotics. So here we are. That's what they'll give you. And then on the female side of things, you know, as far as keeping replacements, selling bred, selling opens, doing whatever, you're not stuck having to sell a terminal cross female.
Yeah.
There's a lot of added value there. So I think the upside on these guys is tremendous. And I think that people that are, you know, wanting to maintain a bit of Simmental in their cow herd, but not, you know, I'm not going to say the maintenance that goes with a Simmental, but they're different than an Angus cow. This is that nice intermediate balance for you,
And these bulls not being pushed will last a long time.
that's right.
Their feet haven't been trimmed. They're going to go out and breed cows the first time as a 2-year-old, and you know what?
Here's Dane's bull. Just maybe let
Yeah.
Dane appreciate this one.
Yeah, they're going to last. I mean, you're going to get more than 2 years out of these bulls. They're going to give you 4 or 5 years, some longer.
Yep.
Who knows? But you'll get your value out of them quite easily.
That's right.
So when the dust settles after the sale, we try to get organized. If you've bought the past 2 years, we offer a repeat buyer program. We'll rebate you a check sometime coming in the summer months.
Here come these black Sim Angus bulls, and kind of like the red Sim Angus that we can't get any bull calves. These black Sim Angus, we've been struggling to get a whole lot of white faces and baldies on them, and this is kind of the year that we've got kind of a few more in the offering, so that'll be something that everybody kind of look forward to a little more.
What did they say? Even a blind squirrel finds a knot there every now and then.
Yeah.
It's a tough deal with these.
The money's straight, right?
Yeah, money stripe. So, yeah, and just like we were talking about before in the Red Bulls, but just as far as your convenience traits of using a
Angus cattle and,
Yeah.
and then all the jam that Simmental brings. The Sim Angus thing is really exciting because these bulls will give you as much pay weight and as much jam, as Charolais cattle do. And then the female thing, again, I keep harping on it, but that's exciting, you know, when you can add value to your heifer calves.
Yeah, and stretch your calves out and show, if you're selling calves, show them that they're crossbred. There's some hybrid rigor there.
Exotics. And
Yeah.
I've heard different guys that have been in the cow business a lot longer than us say that when you can add value to heifer calves, that's when you really start making money.
Probably right. Yeah.
So, anyways, these guys will do that and more. And, you know, again, good looking, stout made bulls.
Here's a prime example. He'd be kind of a sale feature. This bull just powerful, big outline, stout feature, just a man's man kind of a bull. So
Yeah.
Another one here. He's built like a bear. And again,
not Richard.
Mom and Dad calved these ones over at Paynton, and they're calving with the other purebred cows, Angus cows, April, May. You know, in the sand over there, they just got to go do it on their own. There's no helping them, and they don't need it anyways. Calves that are born easy, they're like Angus when they're born. And we talked about it in the red ones. By mid-July, all of a sudden, these guys start to grab gears, and you can tell that there's a little bit of exotic in them, which is great. You know, anybody that's wanting to use these bulls, I guess that's the name of the game. So.
Yeah, and customer feedback that we have on them is really good. People have used them. They've done, you know, they've added a few cents to what you're doing in your steer calves, and there's just no real reason not to use them on exotic or on British cows to stretch them out. And
that pay weight and everything else. So, forgot what I was going to say. I had something else to add there.
It's probably something very funny.
Wasn't important, I guess. So, anyways, we're done with those guys, and we're going to get into these Galveys here next. They're going to run in. Marin's chasing bulls away there.
Hey everybody, I'd like to talk about our handshake warranty program that we offer. This covers everything. We stand behind these bulls 100%. They cover cows all over the country and in the US as well. If you have any questions with any of the bulls or problems that may arise, please give one of us a call, either Con, Dad, or myself, and we'll get you looked after.
You want to start these guys? Talk about the Galveys. Balancers.
okay.
We're going.
Okay, yeah. Here's our Red Angus Galvey hybrids or balancers. Really not a unique thing in North America, but not a lot of them produced in Canada. And these bulls will go out, do a lot of things very good. You know, we're actually getting people now that are thinking of taking these bulls to produce their females.
Well, you and Mom have calved out cows the past 3 years at Paynton, and that's the majority of our commercial cows that go to the community pastures and balancers, and you know them as good as anybody. That's it's low maintenance, easy keeping, just beautiful udders on them. So
they're more similar to a British cow, but just more milk and super fertile. You know, big testicle bulls and females start cycling early, especially as heifer calves looking for backgrounding, and those are consistently the ones that are
First.
Yep, showing signs first, and it's always a good sign for fertility, and that they're gonna just. I mean, the cow that comes back in bred, if she's not bred, doesn't do you much good, no matter what the story is. So,
She sure was a nice one, though.
Yeah, that's right. There's 300 more ready to take her place.
Yeah, just like a football team. There's always 10 more ready to take their place if they've done something wrong.
And extra pounds on these guys. You know, the steer calves here, they're really heavy weaning cattle, and you know, especially if you got a cow herd of Galvey influence cows, the milk that you're going to get and the extra push from the calves is something that's really exciting and that we appreciate out of them. So.
Your time to shine again.
He's thinking.
I'm starting to bred heifers? Okay. What do we have of these? There's about 60 bred, 65, 70 breds.
Herefords, Red Angus, Black Angus, and then there'll be sisters to the hybrid bulls as well.
Yeah,
lots
especially
of
the Sim Angus. Those are the very front end of our Sim Angus program that we move every year as breds. So,
and again, there's lots of them. you know, and they're sifted down. This is a really high quality bunch. We were talking before that, you know, we get so many heifers out of the Simmental Angus thing that here they are, and they're cracker jacks. If you had room for more of them, I'd love to keep them in a community pasture allotment, but we just don't have the room. So
Yeah.
that's why they're there, and I think, you know, anybody that finds them on sale day, they'll be excited. These heifers, we're going to have them sorted down here by early January, not long after we do this video. So
They'll be in groups of 5, 3, and
Yeah.
smallest, I guess, even 2. But yeah, typically groups of 5 and 3, they'll sell in packages of.
yeah, so find them on sale day. April 4th start date on them for 52 days. Bred to calving age red Angus bulls. You know, lots of repeat customers on them, people that have made them their option. So come and find them.
Thanks for tagging along with us through this tour of the bulls. You know, we're really looking forward to sale weekend. Saturday, February 4th again. Dinner will be served at 11 a.m. Sale starts at noon. If you have any questions about any of the bulls, again, give us a call at 1-800-665-7253 or any of the cell numbers listed for us in the sale book or on our ads. Again, you can check out our website, www.hill70quantock.com, for more information, especially leading up to the sale. There'll be supplement sheets, scrotal circumferences, and sale orders updated. So yeah, we'll see you guys on sale weekend.